Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin. I am the author of the brand new book, Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, the Integration of Body, Mind, Soul, and Spirit. Now, when we talk about Twin Flames healing, this book is a great companion for that. And I'm also the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do readings, 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, Twin Flame, Romance, Life Path and Purpose, and general readings. You can book that at my website, fondinwellness.com. I have a quickie announcement tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That is California time. At 5 p.m. Pacific time, I'm doing a free webinar call to explain a little bit more about the upcoming Twin Flames Divine Feminine Bootcamp #1 starting July 28th, 2020. This is an online course. I am going to explain it. There are going to be some prizes and some card pulls, but you must register for this webinar. You can go to the links below, and I would say, you can even stop this video right now, go to the links below, register for the webinar tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Now, I would say even if you think that you might make it, still register for the webinar. I cannot let anyone in who is not pre-registered for this webinar, as space is extremely limited. This is a closed link and it's over Zoom. So I don't have like a million spots available. So please do, if you're interested in finding out more about the Twin Flames Divine Feminine Bootcamp #1, go ahead and click below to register for that webinar. This is the Twin Flames weekly tarot reading, messages for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and the couple. Today is Monday, July 13th, 2020, and this reading is good for the entire week. Reading the energies, it's interesting because this week in particular, the energies have been rather neutral. I haven't felt a lot of movement in the energies in comparison to last week. There has been this impending frustration on the side of the Divine Feminines, just a little bit. There's a lot of changes going on for Divine Feminines right now. Divine Masculines, I feel the same. I feel that they're very much on the right track. I don't feel like they are detracting so much from the path that they need to take. So let's just see what the cards say for the energies for this week. I'm going to say a prayer over the cards per usual, and we are also going to start with the Divine Feminines, the goddesses. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Twin Flames, Guardian Angels, let this reading be the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to everyone involved. Archangel Michael, please stand guard, casting away any lower energies with your sword of light. And Divine Feminines, Guardian Angels, please help us to understand what Divine Feminines are learning this week, what they need to learn, any messages you need to give to the Divine Feminine Collective this week. So we are going to pick one message from the Tarot deck for Divine Feminines. Okay, and now I have this week, I'm working with Archangel Michael. I love working with Archangel Michael. So we're going to see, what does Archangel Michael have to say to Divine Feminines this week? Archangel Michael, what messages do you have for our beautiful Divine Feminines this week? Okay, we're going to go to Divine Masculine energy, Divine Masculines, Guardian Angels, Twin Flame Angels, Romance Angels. What does the Divine Masculine in this collective, all the Divine Masculines, need to know this week? What are they working on? Okay, and let's go to Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, protect these Divine Masculines, give them any messages that they need to move forward. And for the Twin Flame couple, Twin Flame Angels, Romance Angels, Archangel Michael, stand guard. And what do they need to know for the couple energy for this week? Okay, and we're going to go to Archangel Michael as well. Archangel Michael, Twin Flame couple. What is the Twin Flame couple energetic messages for this week? Let's just see. Twin Flame couple. Twin Flame couple. Okay, and let's go to the romance cards, romance angels. What do the twin flames need to know in regards to the romance energy for this week? Awesome, and let's go to the messages of love. Like I said, every week, this card, the messages of love, will either enhance the romance message or it will slightly change the meaning, just depending on what messages the romance angels want to bring forth. So twin flame couple, messages of love energy. Okay, awesome. And then we are going to go to the Hidden Truth Oracle, which are messages from Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine for this week. Anything that's in their heart space, mind space. Divine Masculine messages to the Divine Feminines for this week. Let's see what's going on. What are they processing this week that they want to tell their Divine Feminines? Okay, so let's start with the Goddesses. We have got this interesting energy. As I mentioned, Divine Feminines are working through a little bit of frustration because a lot is going on in their lives in the past few weeks. Now, of course, last week we really saw that Divine Feminines have been working on financial energy. So they've been working on career, finances, paying off debt, perhaps getting a new job or promotion, but really working through career and money things. And we're seeing that again. We've got this Queen of Earth, which great manifestation mode. Divine Feminines, awesome manifestation mode. This is really this, you know, when you can manifest money, when you can manifest your career, when you can manifest anything it is that you desire, you will also manifest your twin flame connection anew. You will also manifest more love in your life. You'll have more appreciation because the Queen of Earth is also about generosity and giving and holding it together and doing it all, having those solid foundations to really be able to do it all, but not in a self-sacrificing way, but in a more balanced energy way, which I really feel that we as a Divine Feminine collective are learning to become more balanced. And so when you're able to financially take care of yourself, when you're able to pay your bills, pay off your debts, save money for the future, and you're able to have that solid career that makes you feel fulfilled inside, then once you have taken care of those aspects, you are then better able to care for others and also be open to more love for others. We've got this sense of self-respect here, and this is the card that Archangel Michael wanted to bring forth to you. Self-respect. Archangel Michael is reminding you what self-respect really is, because when you are giving away your power to somebody else, it's difficult to have self-respect. And I say that because of the impending frustration I've been sensing in the Twin Flame Divine Feminine collective, where when you're frustrated over a situation that you feel isn't moving fast enough, isn't progressing, isn't going the way you want it to go, you lose some self-respect. You lose some of that self-empowerment. When you're allowing the flow of the universe to flow the way it will and preserving your judgment in regards to a specific time period or situation, then you do preserve more of that self-respect. So I would say continue to focus on your career, making money in order to pay your bills again, pay off debt, save for the future, work on the flourishing of yourself. Know that you are in manifestation mode. Yay! Everybody loves manifestation mode. And just preserve some of that self-respect by making sure you're staying out of your ego. Okay, Divine Masculines, they're dreaming about the future. They really are. Got this 4 of Fire energy, 1111, right? This is one card in the tarot deck that I really do consider to be a twin flame card. Divine Masculines are thinking about that solid foundation, marriage, joy, home life, happiness. They're thinking about the twin flame connection. They're thinking about everything that they want and everything that they desire with their divine feminines. That is so cool. They're really planning, thinking, dreaming, being. And this one says, you and your loved ones are safe. Archangel Michael is saying this to divine masculines because throughout this period of separation, throughout this period where things could not have moved forward fast enough, if you will, with the twin flame journey, with the twin flame couples, some of you feel that the divine masculine's aloofness equated that they didn't care. It equated to the fact that they didn't care. And in reality, they did care, and they do care deeply. And they've been worried about their divine feminines. They've been worried about their own families and how they were going to manage to bring it all together. And they carry, like I said, I believe I said this in last week's reading, they do carry a lot of the burden. So what you must know is that divine masculines have carried this worry energy about everyone being okay in this scenario. So their non-communication did not mean, and it has never meant, that they do not care. It's a sacred connection, and some of them may have been really unaware of the sacred connection. And now that they're more and more aware, they're able to better appreciate, they're just better able to appreciate what this is and just keep that caring aspect, but knowing that they had to work through their stuff. So just know that, divine feminines, that it was never that they did not care. They really do. Let's look at the couples energy here. We've got the Nine of Fire, which is really, it's more of a divine feminine energy, but it's interesting because it's a divine feminine energy moving into more of a yang or masculine energy. And this is saying, don't give up on this connection. Do not give up. I know this is a couples card, but I'm really feeling it more from divine feminines. So I feel like this is wanting to give up. The angel saying, don't give up. Protect that which you have created and just stand your ground. But it doesn't mean aggressively moving forward, standing your ground. It just means like stand your ground and believe in this. And this says this situation from Archangel Michael, this situation is already resolved. And it's almost like you need to think from the end. Think from the end. Think from the outcome that you desire. Think already from that outcome. And that is the basis for your visualizations. That is the basis for your incantations and affirmations. It's thinking from the end. It's not being worried about, I don't see movement in the present moment, but it's almost, because you're in manifestation mode, divine feminines, it's almost being able to foresee your future with your twin and what desired outcome that you want, and staying focused on that desired outcome while staying calm in the present moment, because Archangel Michael just came to the couple and said, this situation's already resolved. So all the obstacles, the things that are getting in the way. And in fact, what's interesting is that you guys have already resolved this before you came here on Earth. So you have a soul contract with your twin flame. And in this soul contract, it says, here are the obstacles you guys are going to face. Here they are. But you also, in that soul contract, have the solutions for every single solitary obstacle that you guys are facing together. So just know that. Know that you guys definitely have everything that you need to finish this journey in glory. Okay, the romance cards are a little bit bizarre this week based on the energy in the other pieces of the reading. So I'm going to try to pull another card to see what? Twin flame angels, what are you saying? Please tell me what you're saying. I don't get this. What are you saying for the twin flame couple here? What are you saying? What? I'm picking another romance card too, because I'm very baffled by this, so I don't know. Here we go. Twin flame angels, romance angels, what are you guys saying for the twin flame couple this week? I'm very confused. Please help me with some clarity. Okay. We've got some challenging romantic energy this week. Okay. Here's the thing, guys. Again, I am getting a strong message that this is coming from divine feminines and not divine masculines this week. Okay, how should I explain this? I will show the cards, but I need to give the messages that are coming to me first, because the romantic energy was so bizarre. Like I said, for the rest of the reading, it was just a little bit strange. Some of you, now this is not all divine feminines, a lot of you are much, much further on your spiritual path. And this is actually, okay, so I'm going to tell you the messages they gave me, but before I tell the messages that they gave me, I'm going to say this. In fact, this is one thing that I have noticed throughout readings, coaching, comments, all the above. And this is one of the reasons why I created the Twin Flames Divine Feminine Bootcamp, number 1 and number 2. Now, number 2 is really the advanced course in the healing. But in order to get to Bootcamp 2, you really have to fully grasp the entire Twin Flame journey. Because here's what I have been finding. I have been finding that many divine feminines in this collective have missed the mark when it comes to the fact that this is first and foremost a spiritual journey. Many twin flame divine feminines in this collective have gone back to the earthly relationship paradigm. And the problem with going back to the earthly relationship paradigm first is that it puts you back into your ego. It really does. It puts you back into your ego, and you are expecting things to go in a certain way that is according to society laws and societal conditioning, and not spiritual laws. So when you're really rooted in this more 3D, real world relationship paradigm that we've all come to accept, you have some issues there when you're in a spiritual relationship. And I'm not saying that there's not going to be a 3D relationship, and for many of you there already is, but that the 3D relationship is going to look very different than a traditional romantic partnership that goes according to society's laws or society's rules or society's conditionings. The problem that I'm seeing, and that's why I asked for 2 qualification cards in this, because I wanted to make sure that I was getting the messages right. I wanted to make sure that I was telling you this correctly, because believe me, when I saw it, I was like, what's happening? What's going on? I don't get it. What is going on? The problem is that there's still a little bit of push-pull between, am I living in my ego or am I living in spirit? That's really where this is. The first card that came up was deception and strictly sexual. Now, when I saw this, it was super confusing. So then I got let go of control issues. The messages that came through for all 3 of these cards, and because of the message being so important, I'm not going to post these cards up because I want you to hear the message. I don't want you to look at the cards. I want you to hear the message. Many of you are willing to make compromises for the authenticity of this connection. What does that mean? That means that it's almost like you guys are making bargains with your twin flame or making bargains with the universe because you were so incredibly desperate for, I'm sorry for the smoke, the candle just went out and there's a lot of smoke here. Maybe it's just clearing the energy, guys. That's your angel's way of clearing this energy. But you're so desperate for this reunion to happen. Some of you, divine feminines, are so desperate that you're willing to compromise what you really truly want. So you're willing to compromise the ultimate reunion and unconditional love and authenticity and the authentic reunion that is honorable, that is authentic and real and honorable. So some of you are like, well, let's just have sex from time to time, or let's just see each other from time to time and have sex from time to time, even though I'm still in another relationship, you're still in another relationship, I'm still not ready to be in a relationship, and you're still not ready to be, whatever. So I'm finding you guys making bargains, making compromises, almost trying to manipulate and control the journey just so that you can see your twin flame, just so that you guys can be together, even though the circumstances are not ideal. The circumstances are not completely open. The circumstances are not like free to be together 100% fully, freely, and in all honesty and in all honor, and just being in a real, authentic, spiritual partnership. So that is what the message is coming through, is that if you want this to be the ultimate real thing, that you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to go slow. This was the second justification card that came up. Go slow. Take the time to get to know each other. Go slow. Wait until the appropriate time when the other relationships have been cleared, when the other karma has been cleared, when the other crap has been cleared. Because this relationship is not about half measures. It's not about half compromises. It's not about satisfying the ego so the ego can get its own way. And yes, just getting together for sex once in a while is ego's way of getting ego's own way. And seeing this person willy-nilly or just here and there, even though they are still committed to another person or you are still committed to another person, is just, it's not the spiritual way. It's not the spiritual path. So I'm going to get, again, because of these divine masculine messages to divine feminine, I'm going to pick one more because there's this sense, and this is not all of you guys. Some of you guys are completely available and, you know, you're both single and you're both ready, but just going through some different karmic stuff, going through some different wound healing stuff. But for those of you that are in this weird situation where you're trying to rush things or make things happen on your own and manipulate it, edging God out, if you will, edging God out, EGO, edging God out, ego. That's Dr. Wayne Dyer that coined that phrase that I really like. For that same collective, I'm not saying, because I am not part of this particular collective that is dealing with this stuff, but if that is you, this second piece of this reading is definitely part of that for you as well. When I give these first two messages, just know that this is part of the romantic piece of the reading for those of you that are trying to make things happen with your ego instead of allowing the spiritual journey to unfold. The divine masculine is saying, in this case, we need to let each other go, and I wish things could be different. And what I really feel is that for those of you in those situations, it's almost like you both know that if you don't move through this with authenticity, if you don't move through this with the highest honor, you don't move through this with the highest honesty and integrity for everyone involved. You know, character is built not in front of other people. Character is built behind closed doors. So if you are the same person behind closed doors as you are in the outside world, then you are living in integrity. So if you have to lie to anyone, if you have to cheat, if you have to manipulate, if you have to control, if you have to move pieces like in a chess game, that's not living in integrity. And so that's why I believe that for this set of twin flames that are in this situation, the divine masculine is already knowing. They're saying, like, I know we need to let each other go. I wish things could be different. They're not right now, but just know that, like, I want you. Like, I do want you, but things are not different right now. Now, again, everybody is on a different timeline in this, and I just want you guys to realize that everyone is on a different timeline. Now, for those of you that are on the timeline that's going perfectly fine, pay attention to the first part of this reading. For those of you that you just feel like, okay, the divine timing is working, everything's going fine. I'm not in that situation where there are third parties and marriages and boyfriends and girlfriends and, a lot of manipulation and dishonesty, then that's not part of your reading. So just know that, like, everyone is on a completely different timeline. And everyone is on a different trajectory to come back together. And if you have forgotten that, please go back and view my video called The Twin Flame Matrix. And I'll try to remember to put the link below. But I just feel that sometimes the angels will give me these really, really deep messages for a certain portion of the twin flame collective because they feel they're not on the right track. So that's why I get the messages for certain twin flames, for certain readings, is because they're using me as a vehicle to express this to you. And they're saying, well, okay, we see that the other ones, like, they're right on track, they're following the track, they're fine. Here, we need to highlight those twin flames that are not on the right track, and we would like to get them on the right track. So that's why, for some of you, that the romantic piece in this speaks to, that's why. It's because for those of you that are on that, the angels are saying, get on the right track. This is a spiritual journey first. Get your ego out of it. Stop trying to micromanage the journey. Stop trying to control the journey. You need to take this slow and allow divine timing to unfold. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you that are coming on the call, I will see you, hopefully, because it's Zoom. I'll see you and speak to you at 5 p.m. Pacific time tonight. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you for pledging your support. You can support this channel by buying a book or 2 or 3. You can also pledge your support on Patreon. www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin, and I will see you in the next video.